Hello all, I am back with the reveal of the scenario pages or the layout. First of all, this is of course all this is going to be in the update, the Kickstarter update, which I have to do immediately after finishing this. As I said, that I created 4 different covers for the scenario book, and I like all of them. And the backers have voiced their opinion on a lot of stuff. Wait, let me say too, when I went to the print shop, they actually cropped this, and I wanted a full bleed, so please excuse the white border. This, of course, won't be there. But what I do is I took the map of Avalon, and I used some like different techniques, so I gave it like this kind of vintage look, like hand-drawn look, and I thought it really came out nice, and it's very appropriate for the scenario book. But what you're going to be able to do is, backers, Kickstarter, I want you guys to decide. You're going to see all 4 covers labeled like version, A, B, C, and D, and just vote. Tell me what you would like to see. This is the first one here, real quick, is like a kind of the picture, like the camera is close up on Avalon. So let's say that's like version A. Then version B here is the camera's a little more pulled back so you can see more. This is like Wren's Crossing, Tower of the Maidens is here. Version C is the camera's pulled back a lot more, and you can just see like the crags down here, Stonefield, Cavern of Lost Souls. So that's version C, and the last one is the version D. And this is almost like the full one side of Avalon, where you can definitely see like Deadwood, Crypt of Exilia, Tomb of Balin, Sleeping Ogre, the village, or that's House of the Fate. That's Sleeping Ogre, the village. And so it just gives you more. So that's what I was going to say. These 4 covers will be in there. Decide, vote. Maybe whatever gets the most votes, that's what we'll go with. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the scenario page. And I think that I showed just the top of this. So maybe we'll do it like this, do a slow reveal. There is, hopefully you can see that okay. Maybe I'll move it down for you. So let me explain that every scenario page is going to have, it's going to have this kind of layout, of course, and it's going to have a different monster. It's going to have, say, defending the village of, like this is Witherbrook, and then the name of the scenario, Into the Depths. So for every scenario, you're going to see this monster is going to change, and of course the name, and then the defending village, like what village you're defending. Okay? So then we're going to get into, here is one of the characters that I created from the story, and you're going to see different characters show up from time to time over. Put this up here. And then you can't see it. I'll leave it like that. You'll see different characters show up from time to time. This is Ren Osis, and I'll read this for you. Ah, you have arrived. I welcome you, heroes, to the land of Avalon. I am Ren Osis, sworn defender of these troubled lands. I trust your journey from Hope's Reach was a safe one. All is not well here. Monsters plague our land, bringing death and destruction in their wake. Your first task is to speak to the villagers and see if there's anything you can assist them with to gain their trust in you. So you can expect to see, a different character there, and just like a little, flavor text to get it going. And there's like Father Jova, who else? Hano, Lithgar will show up there. Charsi Sibrai, a captain of the Maidens of Witherbrook Forest, a few others. So I explained that to you. Monster is going to change, village is going to change, different character, little flavor text. This is what I put a lot of thought into and a lot of creativity, because I didn't want to just give you a scenario book and say, here's one difficulty and that's what it is. It's not about that. I think what you're going to see is kind of new. You've never seen something like this before, and it's going to give you an unlimited amount of ways to play just one scenario. Kesrick Layson helped me design this. I mean, I gave her my prototype rough design, and she made this, of course, look beautiful. So here we go. Let's reveal this for you. And I know this is going to look like a lot of information. I might have to move this up. How about this? So yeah, because I want to get you down here to look at all this. This looks incredibly complex at first, but it truly is not. This is the different ways that you can play a scenario in Dungeon Crusade. Let's start up here. Remember we just talked about the quest tables? And they're up there. Same thing. And what you're going to do is, when you open the book, it's going to tell you to pull those cards. We just talked about many of these cards. The Baron's Wine, Chambers of the Corrupt, the Mother's Request. See, Kill the Guardians. So everything here is going to be just like you saw up on those quest tables. You're going to pull those cards. Well, you know, Kill the Guardians, you just put these tokens on there. That's all that is. But, you know, you're going to pull these 6 cards. 3 main quests, 3 side quests. Quite simple. Over here, it's going to tell you the dungeon that you're going to be in. Ancient Runes. This is a very fun little thing right here. Heroes starting gold. Now, you could either choose, and you're going to notice there's little dice here. Notice all these little dice. Say you can, of course, just pick what you want. So for starting gold, this says each hero rolls 1d3 and times the result by 100 for their starting gold. So when you start out playing Dungeon Crusade, you're going to take each hero. If you choose to play this way, this is the easiest. You're going to roll 1. Okay, that hero is going to be given, say that was our knight. He's going to be given 100 gold. Then say our archer is going to go. Okay, she's going to start out with 300 gold. You know, so on and so forth. So at the end, you know, if you're playing solo, it's pretty easy. You're going to get to put your gold together and go up to the village up there and choose what you want to start with. You know, that's how that works. Or if you're playing, you know, with other people, they might want to keep their gold and use it for something else. So, but I really like this thing right here where, you know, you kind of don't know what's going to be starting, like, what, you know, the starting gold. We're going to get into the seeding process during the playthrough, but this is how you populate the rest of the dungeon after you do your main quest setup and the side quest setup. So that's what the seeding is, and this is where you're going to see mystery chambers show up. Your secret rooms are going to show up there, and empty chambers. So let me explain then. So I said that there's 6 different difficulties you can select from. So let's go over the 3 different game modes for Dungeon Crusade. Simply, the first one is pick a difficulty. Okay, there's no dice rolling involved with this. You're going to notice here that it says Novice, Easy, Normal, Hard, Expert, Master. I'd recommend playing it on Novice. First, Novice is a cakewalk. You're pretty much, I don't think you're going to lose. And so let's go over this Bazaar Inventory. Say we're playing a Novice. You're going to go right down this line. That means the Bazaar is going to have 7 healing potions, 8 elixirs, 7 Ocher juice potions, and 10 torches. See? Novice. So if you're going to select your difficulty, there's going to be no dice rolling involved, nothing like that. You're just going to go down each column and do as it said. So just like right up here, it's say what, you know, just what I just read. That's right here for you, or right here. That's how you populate what goes in there. Very simple. Blacksmith Inventory, see right here? What this stands for is that's common items, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. See the number for Novice? That means you're going to shuffle the common gear, you know, from the loot deck. You're going to have to separate it. And you're going to deal out 16 common items into the blacksmith shop. So as you can see, as it goes up in difficulty, it's going to get less and less and less. You know, meaning that, you know, there's not going to be a lot to choose from. But you have an abundance of gear that's going to be available to you in Novice. And then so on and so forth. For the green, that's uncommon. Take the green, all the green items, shuffle, deal out 14 into the blacksmith shop, so on and so forth. Remember, we're still on Novice. You can see you're given, it's very plentiful. You're going to have a lot of healing potions and elixirs and torches and weapons to choose from. This column's really interesting right here. Village terror level. Up here, this goes, I'm going to go up here. See way up there, see the terror level? This is how you can really dictate how difficult the game is going to be. So I'm going to use one of these. So just on Novice, you see, it's only going to be on 1. You know, that's not going to be that difficult. So that's going to say, you know, what terror level the village is at. Of course, the closer to 12, well, it's a skull up there. Do you see that? That means defeat. So the higher difficulty that you play on the village terror level, this is going to be much difficult. You know, if raiding minions get out, they're going to raid the village, raising the terror level, you're going to lose. The next one here is raid difficulty. This ties into this. See our little track here? That's how you set what the minions in the dungeon, how they're going to raid the village, on what number they're going to raid. If you watch those other videos, you should be acclimated to what this is. So on the scenario page, you can, like here on 20, we would put this over here on 20, meaning that's going to be incredibly easy. The minions are probably going to stay vagrant minions for a very long time. But as you see, as this moves up, 12, 10, 8, 6, can you imagine playing with a raid difficulty of 6? That means you're going to roll a d6, and on a 6, the minion's going to turn into a raiding minion. So there's more of a chance of a raiding minion. So that's why I recommend people, when you get this, play a novice, to get the, the hang of the game. So that's raid difficulty. That's what that means. I'm coming up on the 12-minute mark. I'm going to pause, come back, and wrap this up for you. See you in a